Hey everyone, it's Shasta here. You're watching Soundwaves Christmas, and I'm so excited to have a new friend of mine in the studio, Jillian deBar from Santa Clara Firefighters. You're an angel. I'm so excited to get into what we're going to talk about today because you and I started talking a couple months ago. Yes. I'm not kidding. The first conversation we had, you were on vacation.
I was. And
she picks up the phone, and I'm like, I have this idea. I want to partner with you. And we were like... for like 45 minutes.
Yes.
So, of course, for about a month or so on the Bones website and on soundwavestv.com, you have seen a lot of fire stations listed for toy donation drop-off locations. And that is because of this queen right here. She is the one that's behind the scenes helping us do that, specifically in Santa Clara.
Yes.
So tell us where all of those toys, they've all been donated. What will happen now? What is the event that you guys put on in Santa Clara?
Yeah, so in Santa Clara, we run the Fire Up the Holidays campaign, which kind of hopefully spans from Halloween time at some point through Christmas. And so we do all the toy collections for a couple weeks. It ramps up pretty early, but as you can imagine, the weeks after Thanksgiving or even leading up are pretty time consuming. So we have barrels and collection points throughout the city of Santa Clara, like all the stations, our prevention, our community risk reduction office, and some of our local companies in the city that help us collect the toys. We work with the Santa Clara Unified School District's Family Resource Center, and they identify families in the community. We build a toy store for them, and then the families come and they enjoy hot chocolate and cookies. They listen to Christmas music, they play games, and they also take photos with Santa and Mrs. Claus, who carve time out of their busy schedule to come
very kind.
To come meet our families.
They do kind things like
that.
They
do kind things like that. Usually in front of an antique or old fire engine if we can. Wow. We send all those photos to the families, and they just get to shop and have like a very good holiday experience.
I love hearing that, Jillian, because like years in the past, I've always sort of wondered because we've worked with firefighters a lot in any capacity at events, whatever. But we always give the toys over, and that's kind of where that story has ended for us. Yeah. And I always wondered what is the process on the other side? Now, granted, I have learned in the work we've done together over the last couple months. Every fire department, it seems, does it differently in the Bay Area, which is fine. It's all for good. But I absolutely love this concept of the toy store and shopping, because it's not like some kid gets some random toy like, here you go, kid, I hope you like it. It's not that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like they have the power to choose something that they will enjoy.
Totally.
I love that.
And I think that's kind of how this started for me. So I think I took over the program about 5 years ago and have kind of grown it since then. The gentleman who ran it before me did it for years. So I learned a lot from him. Yeah. And I, being someone who just loves Christmas myself, all these memories, I can think of a holiday, like a Christmas where my brother and sister and I all got comforters and games for Christmas.
Totally. I got dill pickles.
Yeah, we put all the comforters out on the ground and we played our games all day. And it's this very core memory for me. Yes, my hope with that is that I realize that not everybody gets that experience.
Yeah, totally.
Aside from just coming and picking out the toy or getting the toy that you might not like, I was like, what can we do to make people have that experience?
Develop the memory.
Yes, develop the memory. So we have the Christmas music playing in the background. There's trees up. There's, cookies and hot chocolate and Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they get to go in and pick out this gift that they want for themselves. Yeah. And hopefully have those experiences with their families and friends in the holidays that they might not get to do. Yeah. So that's kind of was my vision for building this out.
I love that.
It's just like a girl who loves Christmas who wants everyone else to have the experices that I had.
So cute.
With the holiday, yeah.
I love that you've done this. It's incredible. It speaks to who you are. Like I was joking about the dill pickle. I mean, I wasn't joking because as a family growing up, we didn't have a lot. And so the gallon jar of dill pickles was a big deal. Actually, it didn't start as a gallon jar. It started as just a regular.
Pickles are delicious.
They are. They're my favorite food, but that was my mom's way of trying to recognize something that we loved, even though we didn't really have the money for much.
Yeah.
And it's funny now because that's like the present that I remember the most, and so it's really special what you said there is because the memories are just as valuable as the toys.
Yes.
And that warm and fuzzy feeling. And that's what you're providing at this shop.
Yeah, I think it's great. So when we collect the toys, I think just in most toy drives, it's very easy to get toy donations for younger kids.
Yes, I was just going to ask
that. So ages, 1 month to maybe even 6 or 7, they get very core standard like toys, right?
Yes.
That they're very easy to shop for. They're very accessible. It's our older kids who struggle to get donations a little bit. So like ages 13 through 17.
Yeah.
The trend changes, what's cool, what's not cool. They're harder to get.
Sure.
They're a little more pricey. So this is where the Santa Clara Firefighters Foundation really kind of steps in and helps.
Mm-hmm.
So once I start collecting all the toys and figuring out what I have, the Firefighters Foundation graciously gives me some monetary donation, and I actually go shopping and I supplement the ages for the gifts for the ages, the older kids. But I think what's really cool about the toy store is like the little kids are very excited when they walk in and they see the sign and Santa and they get really excited. And the older kids are very timid at first, and they'll kind of be walking around with the firefighters. And then I'm like, hey, like, have you picked out your gift yet? And they're like, I get a gift, and they're like, they think that it's not for them. And I think maybe sometimes you see things that are for younger kids. And I think that's actually the moment for me that's like super special, because you see like the little like smile and the little like twinkle in their eye, and they're like so excited. I like walk them over to the teen area, whoever's running it for me that year, and like they get to pick something out. And like I think that like builds for me, like that's like my favorite part of it is seeing them realize that they are also included.
Well, we're in the final stretch, but there's still a little bit of time. When is that event? When do you wrap up your gathering portion of this?
So the last week before the event is pretty busy. So probably like December 10th or so, we start constructing, moving toys, building the store, which takes a village of people and time. Finishing touches will be on the 13th, and the toy store opens the 14th.
All right, so get on it. You have very limited time, but
Yes.
We've got the full list up at soundwavestv.com, 1077thebone.com. You mentioned that you go and shop for those that still need some toys, so that's a little bit extra from all of us here at Soundwaves Christmas.
Oh man, thank you so much.
Yeah, just trying to help. You know, this is a beginning of a beautiful friendship between you and I.
I hope so.
We got big stuff to do in years to come. We're going to take this bigger and bigger and bigger. We've got big visions, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll be right back. You're watching Soundwaves Christmas.